All right. We're just out here on the strip, checking out the car show, looking at a few things. Nice ride. Look at that engine. Psych. It's just a dinky car. We're going to do another shoot, another coin box shoot. Before I get into it, I'd like to welcome everybody to the channel. A lot of my viewers aren't prescribed to my channel yet. So if you haven't prescribed, please hit the prescription button. Bell notification, bing-a-ling-a-ding-dong-dang. Leave a comment below, help the channel to grow. Share with a friend that might be into this type of stuff, coin collecting and tattoos. And these are my two favorite spinners. One's pennies, one's a full house. We'll start the clip with the spin of those. Check out the stickers on my boxes. This is for all the ladies, just to be very careful. We got a high voltage box here. Oh, our full house already stopped spinning. Let's give that another little boot-doo. Broken Stoked, that's a clothing company. Ride or Die, that's an obvious statement. Dad's Garage, free beer, nice free advice. Free beer and ice, free advice. Service and repairs, there you go. The old busted knuckle garage. And then we got the Acme Timing Association. Yep. And then over here we got the low riders. We got the Bringing the Sexy Back, the funky tees there. When we do business, we lose our shirt. Yeah. The best t-shirt company on earth. Over 22 years in business now. West Coast Street Rods, check that one out. You can pause it up and read the fine print if you'd like. And then we got a West Coast Customs. We got our penny spinner slowing down here. We'll just quickly put that over here to the side. Give this one a little quick opening. See the ones on the lid. We got Foose. Dave Foose on the loose. We got the Firebird Oldies But Goodies drags. We got a Miracle Used Cars. The old busted knuckle garage again. Home of the Miracle Used Cars. There's a Route 66 garage. Check those out. I guess we'll do this box first since we opened it. Alright. So, just put this here like this. We got a little bit of a zoom in. I'm pretty sure this is my penny box. Oh, it's a Canadian pennies. Well, that's a British penny. A new penny from England. There's a Canadian. Oh no, another new penny. We got some blanks by the looks of it. I guess I haven't finished filling this box up. There's a Canadian bicentennial or centennial penny. I think this whole row is those. Yeah. There's my eidetic memory kicking in. Okay, with the exception of what? The last two or three? This is a US penny. So a couple of the last ones aren't the centennials. That's a centennial. So the last two, one's US, one's just a young head Canadian. Might be a 74. Oh, 63. Yeah. $19.63. Interesting. We'll start at the back here. Oh, this is a clip planchette penny that I bought. Canadian penny. What's that say? 51, I think. Oh no, it's not a clip planchette. Sorry. That's some of the insert push down there. It's King George VI. Looks like 51. Yep. Okay, so this roll may just be that, and some King George VI. Yep. I do believe that's a 43. I do believe I'll have a 47 maple leaf in here. 48. Another 51. Coloring on that is interesting. The way it aged out. One hell of a mark on his face. '62. That's a young head. Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth young head, 60. So these are going to be some young heads, I guess. Yeah, 64. Look at the condition of that 1964 young head. Wow, that's a nice shape. I think I have a clip on that one in my past videos. What year? Come on, baby. Looks like 35, eh? Let's put this down. Right here, like so. And let's zoom in on that. $19.30. Is that what it is? Let's move this around a little bit. Oh, 55. That's what it is. Another young head. Got a little excited there. 64. Another young head. Another young head. 61. Ooh, this one's beat up bad. You can tell. The edges are just a mess. 68, I think, is what that says. Oof. Oh my goodness. That's just horrible shape. I like it. It's weird. I like these beat up ones for some odd reason. Might be an 83. Weird. Okay, next we got a US one. That's their Shield penny. Another US. This is their... These are the founding years pennies series they did. I have a handful of those. Oh, that's a wheat penny. A US wheat penny. Let's see what year this is. Looks like 1936. Yep. Well, 1956? I didn't think they had the wheat pennies went that far. Well, that's what that says. 1950. That might make a little more sense. 1950 wheat penny, not terrible shape, but not the best. I think I have some in better shape. Well, speaking of which, this one is not so good a shape. It is another wheat penny. The reverse looks terrible. What year does that say? 1958? 1956? Come on, there's gotta be... Oh. 1958. Yep, 1958. Wow. I thought they discontinued the wheat pennies earlier than that, but I guess I'm wrong. 1944 wheat penny. Not bad. 1954 wheat penny. Decent. Some of y'all might think I'm going through these rather quick, but I got a couple things to cover, so I'm not trying to dilly-dally too much. Another wheat penny. Bit of damage on it. Some lines going across there, you could see that. Yeah. I think that's 53. Another wheat penny. This whole row will probably be wheat pennies, most definitely. Oh, nope, that's a King George V penny. Right there. Also called I think these were called small pennies, 1920. Now the next few are all going to be King George V small pennies. Or pennies, sorry. 21. I think we skip a year or two now. Yeah, 1928. The years in between are a little harder to get your hands on. 1928. 1929. 1932. 1932. What's this one? 1933. Decent shape. $1934. 1935. 36. Let's continue at the bottom in case. No. Now we're back to US. 1970 San Francisco Mint. Nothing too exquisitely special there. Yeah, some of my coins are just pennies or just coins, and I encapsulated them and kept them just because I wanted to, not for any specific or special reason, just because this is what I enjoy doing. So it's not just about acquiring something that's worth more than what I'm paying for it, or selling something to get some dollars just to have some dollars, because, you know, some people are so poor all they have is money, and life is a lot more than just what's in our pocket. If we started treating each other that way, being more respectful, things might not be so blah. That being said, it is important to pay your debts. It's important to take responsibility for your past and be a man and fess up and make good. And if you've done wrong, you know, you can't hide. There's no hiding, there's no running. For none of us. So be a man. Come on. Focus. There we go. Ooh. 1967 to 1992. 1867 to 1992. Now, I saw a clip about this particular penny in my feed. I'm going to have to go check it out now that I definitely know I'm holding one. I just reconfirmed it. I was suspicious. I thought I had one when I saw the clip, even though I didn't click on it to get the info. I was certain I had one in my collection somewhere. So now I'm going to have to look into it. See what that clip was saying about that particular penny that I now know I do have one in my collection. Find out I'm richer than I think I am. Again, not that that matters. If you're judging me by the car I drive or what's in my pocket, you're just a douchebag anyways. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't assume because you're driving up a beat-up old Honda that you're anything. I wouldn't assume anything about you if you were driving such a vehicle. And unfortunately, the world we live in, that's a lot of people do that. They judge books by covers. Oh, he's wearing a suit. He must be successful and wealthy. Nope, he's bankrupt and defrauding people. Oh, he looks like he's broken a bum. He must not have anything or be of any value. No, he's a multi-millionaire, billionaire, and you just are making assumptions because that's your own brain working overtime and judging people by their covers. You have no idea what somebody's got in their bank account just by what they're wearing or what they're driving. That's not a very good way to go about life. So it looked like there's 364s in a row there. And another one. I seem to have a few 64s here. Young heads. And another one. There's nothing wrong with having multiples of anything. In fact, the good part about having multiples is let's say this was my most minted condition, highest graded 1964 penny. Let's just do a hypodermic needle and pretend for a minute I could sell this for $50,000. Boom, nice. 50 grand if I needed it. Put a down payment on something, I don't know. And then this 1964 penny that I have from Canada is my second highest graded penny, my second most valuable penny in my collection. And I could sell this for, we went 50 on the first one, let's just say 30,000 instead of 50. Now, once they're graded and valued and I know what they're worth, now I have, if I'm in a situation where I need to liquidate some of my assets and I would like to get a few dollars for a project I'm working on or a business I'm opening or whatever the case might be, depending on the amount I need, I have two options. Do I want to cash out $50,000 or do I cash out $30,000 for the investment I'm looking at? Maybe I need more than $30,000, so I have no choice but to sell my highest graded 1964 Canadian penny. And hopefully I get this $50,000 that it's valued at, or very close. Maybe I get 45,000, 48,000. I get as close to the 50,000 as I can. Cash out. I'm a happy man. I move forward, open my new business, or invest wherever I'm going to invest. And so that's the advantages of having more than one of anything in your collection, insofar as coins and numismatics. And if you just have that sort of prepper mindset, as I do, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I'm one of those persons that tries to always have a plan and be ready to execute that plan. But in saying that, with that sort of a mindset, if I have one, I have none. If I have two, I have one. So that applies to everything. I got one car that runs, I got no cars. Because if that car breaks down, I'm pooched. Now I'm on the bus, I'm taking cabs, I'm looking for the repair it myself or at the garage at a steeper cost, and yada, yada, yada. I got more than one car that runs, something breaks down, I'm still on the road, I'm still capable of moving around. So, and as they say, the old timers they're not, they're smarter than a lot of younger people give them credit for. What's that old saying? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, if you're asking me, I think that could translate into make sure you got more than one bank account. Make sure you got money in more than one place. Make sure if something goes sideways, you're not going to lose every cent you got. 1962 Canadian mate. 1952. 52. So this was the first year the Queen, I believe, on the pennies after King George VI. In fact, there may be, I don't want to be incorrect in making this statement. Okay, that is a 62, not a 52. Okay, so that solves that issue. Forget about the stoner thought I was going to go with. I was going to say they might have printed both Queen and King George VI in 52, but obviously that's just a stoner thought, and that's not what went down. 52 was the last year for King George VI, and 53 was the first year of the Queen Elizabeth Young had pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, 50-cent pieces, and dollars in Canada. Now we're on to my last row. Looks like we got King George VI. That's in 1941. Wow, that's a nice shape. Whoop. Good thing it's in the capsule. Just make sure I'm putting it back the way I want it. What's this? 1943. King George VI. Oh! Since I've been sharing King George information with you guys, here's a 47, and I think this one, 47 maple leaf. See that, folks? See the little maple leaf by the 7? See if I can get this. Yeah, that's a pretty decent view. Down by the 7 there's a little maple leaf. That was to show that India had gained its independence from the British monarchy. If you notice around the outer edge of King George VI effigy here, it says India Imperial, meaning India is still under the imperial thumb. And now if this is this following year, or beyond 47, so this is 51. Now if you look on the back, it doesn't have that Imperial India IMP. The lettering has changed because now the British monarchy no longer had the rule over India. So what happened was they gained their independence in 47, I do believe. It happened during the year of 47. But they needed more 47 pennies in the year of 19, even though it was the following year of 48. I do believe this is what happened. So instead of minting them with the lettering off the back and carving a whole new die and everything, I do believe they got the artist to carve in that little maple leaf so they can print out more 1947 pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, 50-cent pieces, and dollars for that year with that maple leaf on there, indicating that even though it was minted in that year, India had already gained their independence from the monarchy during that year and that time of the minting for the coinage. Pretty sure that's how that breaks down. Any of my coin lovers and collectors want to clarify that in the comment section for me, please do. You guys are all rock stars if you've made it this far. I'm 25 minutes in, and I haven't even started my second box yet. I'll probably do this in 2 separate clips, 30 minutes or so each. But since you've made it this far and you're all superstar rock stars, please hit the subscribe, bell notification, ring-a-ling-a-dang-dong. Leave a comment below, help the channel grow. Hit that thumbs up. If you're into numismatics and coin collecting, I'm your 420 friendly coin collector. In fact, I am going to do these boxes in 2 separate clips. I'm going to roll a couple safety meetings between this clip and the next clip. And yeah, we're going to have a safety meeting, folks. We're going to burn one while we go through that other box over there, where I may just think I was all down at the auto show checking out the nice cars. Ha ha ha! You fell for it too. All right. So back to what we're doing here. We're getting through our King George VI pennies. This is my penny box. And as you've been seeing all of my boxes that I've been going through, my intention with each one will be to have a toonie loony, 50-cent, quarter, dime, nickel, and penny box, all just that in each box. That will be the end goal. So 1956 young head. So we're out of our King George VI and into our Queen Elizabeth rule from 52 or 53 forward. 52 was King George VI last year. Okay, yes, so I was going over new information I found out about King George and his wife. Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting her name right now? Give me a moment. My brain fart. It'll come back to me. Looks like 58. It was King George and I want to say Helen. I could be wrong. Again, I'll re-watch what I watched the other day. Some days I forget to put the film in the photographic memory and hit record. So I'm flaking on the Queen's name while King George VI was in power. Oh, it's going to come to me. That looks like 1936. No, 1959. Anywhoosk, they were one of the most down-to-earth royal family and one of the most well-liked royal families. During the Second World War, they themselves even rationed, just like all the other people were asked to ration. They themselves, the king and queen, rationed as well, and did not live lavishly or extravagantly while the citizenry was being forced to use rationing and etc. The king and queen, George and his queen, King George VI and his queen, both rationed with the people and struggled along with the people just like the regular folks until the war was over. And a lot of people have different opinions on this. They might even not agree with my opinion of what I said earlier about some people are so poor all they have is money. But this is how I see it. If you've got it, flaunt it. You're allowed to. There's nothing wrong with having money. There's nothing wrong with being successful and wealthy. It is important to remember to share and to not watch others suffer. I mean, don't put yourself in the poorhouse trying to help them, because that ain't going to help them. Once you're broke, you're right there beside them. So be mindful of how you're helping. Be aware that there are people that will want to take advantage of you and manipulate you and try to do nothing but use you for your money. So those types of people will rise to the surface, though. They will stand out. You will know who they are. And you can count, and you will be able to cut them out of your life and exclude them, and they will no longer be taking advantage of you, and you'll still have your money. So I mean, you know, there's always a silver lining. Yeah, you might have dated a gold digger for a month or two, or however long it was, before you figured out they were a gold digger. But in the end, you figured it out and you still got your loot, so it's no big deal. They can move on to their next project. Anywho, on that happy note, please hit the prescription button, bell notification, ring-a-ling-a-ding-dong, leave a comment below, help the channel grow. Get out there, shake a hand, pet a dog, hit the thumbs up. You guys are all rock stars and amazing. This is the best, coolest, flyest, freshest, dopest, most awesome channel on YouTube. You won't find a better one. So yes, hit that notification button and you'll be able to be updated on all my latest adventures and stories and whatever else I'm gonna share with all you guys in the internet world. Peace. Bless up.